If you've regained 15 pounds or more after bariatric surgery and it's holding you back from feeling confident and in control of your life, I'm about to show you exactly how to reverse that weight gain and keep it off for good forever using my unique flourish method without relying on diets, extreme exercise, or even worse, willpower. Imagine finally breaking free of the cycle of weight regain, feeling more confident in your body, and never worrying about slipping back into old habits again. I've helped dozens of successful women just like you stop weight regain and reclaim their confidence after bariatric surgery with this simple step by step process. And I'm going to show you exactly how you can do it too. And before we dive in, you might be wondering, who is this person? Why should I listen to this woman on the internet? So let me share a little bit of my story. My name's Jessica, and I help successful bariatric women keep the weight off after bariatric surgery. And I'm a certified nutrition coach and a bariatric coach, and I lost 120 pounds after having gastric sleeve surgery myself. But before my surgery, I was killing it at work. And on paper, everything about my life looked great. But inside, I was falling apart. I was deeply, deeply depressed and filled with tremendous anxiety every single day about my body to the point where I wouldn't even leave my apartment. I'm 5'2" and I was nearly 300 pounds. After a few big life changes, I gained 70 pounds in just 7 months because I had an emotional eating and binge eating problem. I used food to cope with the deep loneliness and deep troubling depression, and I was quite literally eating myself to death. I barely had a social life because I was ashamed of how I looked and felt every single day, and I felt trapped every morning, afternoon, evening in my body, and just felt like I was losing control of my sanity and my life. I had tried every diet, every workout plan. I'd worked with nutritionists, food therapists, you name it. Nothing worked. And I was, the classic all or nothing kind of person, a person of extremes. And so I decided to take one of the most extreme options available and have bariatric surgery. And I thought it would be the answer. And for a while, it was. But in just a few months, I lost 120 pounds, and everyone thought I was a bariatric success story. I thought I was too. I thought I had it all figured out. But then life threw me a curveball when my father passed away, and I found myself back at square one, regaining 15 pounds in 4 weeks as emotional eating, binge eating, snacking, all of my past demons crept back in. I was terrified and shook to my core, and that was my come to Jesus moment when I realized in my own brain that surgery alone wasn't going to be enough. My surgery was just on my stomach, not my brain. I'm a type A, process-oriented person. I'm an Ivy League graduate. I thrive in spreadsheets, plans, and data. And I realized what was missing in my life was a comprehensive bariatric weight loss system that addressed my mindset, my emotional resilience, and my habits. So that's how I created the Flourish Method. And I used it to lose all 15 pounds that I regained in just 30 days. And now, since then, I've helped over 120 bariatric women lose weight after bariatric surgery, and I've helped dozens of successful bariatric women stop the weight regain for good and regain control over their health, their confidence, and their future. And these women, like me, were thriving in their careers, but silently suffering with weight regain, feeling like they were losing control of their bodies again and again and again, and when they thought it was going to be the last time. My Flourish Method helped them rebuild their habits, stop the emotional eating, regain their confidence without extreme diets or endless exercise. They felt in control. Have you ever felt that? If you're ready to stop the cycle of weight regain and finally take back control, this is the path that will get you there. And the Flourish Method is really unlike anything you've tried before. It's specifically designed for bariatric women that are struggling to keep the weight off. This is not another quick fix diet or one size fits all plan. It's combining tailored nutrition, emotional resilience, structured accountability, and habit building, all customized to your unique needs. And what sets us apart from anything else is that this methodology is not about fixing what went wrong with any of your previous weight loss attempts for the last 30, 40, 50, even 60 years of your life. It's a completely new approach that you've never tried before. It's a new opportunity to break free from the cycle of weight regain. And we don't just focus on what you eat, but on how you approach your mental and emotional health. This is a lifelong solution, not a temporary fix, ensuring that you're not just losing the weight, but you're maintaining your weight loss. You're probably really great at losing weight at this point. You've done every diet, you've done every workout, just like me. But you're sure as hell also good at regaining it. So this is your way to regain control of your health and build the confidence to sustain your success the long term. Because who wants to get another surgery if you can? Now, let me tell you who this is designed for, okay? This is for driven, successful women who have regained 15 pounds or more after bariatric surgery and are ready to take back control of their health. Maybe you're crushing it in your career, but that weight regain, it's starting to chip away at your confidence. And deep down, you know that investing in yourself, your health, your well-being is the key to stopping the weight regain once and for all. You're ready to put in the work, follow a proven system, and finally feel like yourself again. Confident, in control, and free from the cycle of weight gain. You're done with quick fixes and seeking a sustainable, lasting solution. And most importantly, you believe that you're worth the investment it takes to get there. But I'm going to be honest, I'm going to let you know right now, this is not for everyone. It's not for those that don't believe that they're worth investing in or they're looking for a cheap, quick fix solution. You get what you pay for. And if you think you can handle it on your own without the right support, or if you're not ready to make a financial commitment to your health, this is not going to be the right fit for you. All right. It's also not for those who aren't willing to fully commit or just want a band-aid solution, a quick fix, without addressing the deeper issues that cause weight regain. This is for those who are ready for real change, not another temporary fix. And if you are interested, my calendar link is down below where you can book a call with me personally to see if you're a good fit and qualify for my coaching program, the Bariatric Success Academy. Bariatric surgery has failed you. I know because it failed me too. It's painted as this magic bullet, the life-changing procedure that will make everything better. And for a while it feels that way, right? But here's the real truth. It's just another diet in disguise. It addresses your stomach, not your brain. And if your brain's still operating with the same old habits, the snacking, the grazing, the emotional eating, the binge eating, the reason why you became obese in the first place, that weight is going to come right back. Might not be month 1, might not be month 2, but month 6, month 12, 20, 30, no matter how small your stomach is. And I remember that feeling when the weight started creeping back and I was terrified. I thought I had it all figured out. I followed every bit of advice from my doctor, hit my protein goals, measured my water, made it to the gym, but still I found myself back at square one, watching that number on the scale rise again. And you're probably thinking, how is whatever this girl's about to say going to be different than anything else I've tried in the past? And I get it. You've likely spent years trying every diet, every workout, every piece of advice from your surgeon. And yet the weight still came back. It's soul crushing, isn't it? You feel like you failed, but let me tell you, it's not your fault. You were set up to fail from the start. So let's talk about what bariatric surgery really is. So when you had your surgery, your doctors and your dietitians, here's what they told you. They gave you a plan. They said to focus on your protein, your water, your exercise, and your vitamins. And I'm sure it sounded just as simple as that, right? But here's the reality. That plan is no different than any other diet you've tried before. It doesn't get to the root of why you gained the weight in the first place. The issue was never just your stomach. It never was. It's your brain. That's why you were obese. That's why you're overweight. I thought shrinking my stomach would fix everything, but when I lost my father, I turned right back to food and the weight came back on. Not all of it, just 15 pounds, but enough to scare me. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. My surgery changed my body, but it didn't change the way that I dealt with pain. And I want to talk about the war against weight regain because it really felt like a war for me. In this chart, I have weight loss on the y axis and time on the x axis. And so, as you can see here, stage one after surgery, those first 3 to 6 months, everything feels like a miracle. You're losing weight like never before. The scale keeps dropping, your clothes are getting looser, and suddenly you start to believe that maybe, just maybe, this time it's going to be different. I remember those days so vividly. People complimenting me, feeling like I'd found the secret to happiness, but deep down, there was this quiet fear, a voice saying, "What happens when this stops being so easy?" But I ignored it. After all, everything was going perfectly for now. But then month 6 hits right here. All right, we're in phase 2. And it's slamming into a brick wall. The weight loss slows, you hit stalls, the compliments become fewer, and that sense of control starts to slip through your fingers. You're following the same advice, hitting your protein goals, drinking your water, getting those steps, taking your vitamins just like your doctor or nutritionist told you to, but suddenly it's not working like it used to. And that's when the cracks start to show. Because your surgery only changed your stomach. It didn't change your behaviors, it didn't change your triggers, and it definitely didn't change your mindset. No one sat me down and told me that. Like, I really wish if I could go back in time, I could sit you down and tell you that if you haven't had surgery yet. And they said surgery would help, but they didn't tell me how hard it would be to keep the weight off when my mind was still stuck in the past. So old habits started to creep back in, the mindless snacking, turning to food when you're stressed or lonely. And it's terrifying because when you feel the old you coming back, it's like a nightmare that you thought you'd left behind. And I remember that feeling of waking up, stepping on the scale, and not seeing the number move for months. It was like a punch to the gut every single day of no progress. And then right around here, this inflection point. This is the most important point, okay? This is when reality hits the hardest. Right around that 1 year mark. You might start to see the scale creeping back up. And it's not just a few pounds anymore. It's a start of a full-blown relapse. And if you've regained weight, you might think that maintaining your weight loss is just about willpower. Control yourself, control the cravings, control the binging, or sticking to the same old routine. But the truth is far more serious. Medical studies show that 76% of people who go through bariatric surgery regain weight within 5 years. 76%. That's the overwhelming majority. That's more than 3/4. This surgery is not set up for you to succeed. Okay? And this moment, this inflection point, is the moment where you have to decide, are you going to become part of the 76% that start to gain the weight back? Or will you be in the 24%? This green 24% who keep it off for good. Because this is where you either take back control or you watch yourself slide back into that place you fought so hard to escape. Okay? And it's weight regain, that doesn't just happen because you're eating more, right? Weight loss is math, calories in versus calories out. And yeah, eating more means weight gain if the math's right. But the truth is your body fights back. After you lose a ton of weight, your metabolism slows down and your hunger hormones change. And suddenly that small amount of food that used to fill you up month 3, month 4 just isn't enough anymore. But that's not all. You're also battling the same emotional eating, the same urges, the same habits that were there before surgery, and they're back full throttle. It's like a battle on all fronts, hence the war against weight regain. And you're fighting it alone. Your doctor's not there. Your nutritionist isn't there. They're not answering your phone calls. I remember sitting on my couch, feeling like I was back in that dark place that I thought I had left all behind. Food became my crutch again, and I could see the weight creeping back on the scale. And think about it, when you're stressed, lonely, overwhelmed, where do you turn? For so many of us, food isn't just food, it's comfort. It's a way to fill a void, and surgery can't take that away. I've been there, reaching for snacks when I wasn't hungry, eating out of habit, boredom, or just to feel something. And that's not a failure of willpower. That's just being human. You were told surgery was the answer, but no one ever gave you the knowledge, skill sets, tools to deal with what's up here, what's in your head. And the truth is, you need more than just willpower or a meal plan. You need a system, a comprehensive system that dives deep into the mindset, emotional eating, and accountability, the very things that every other program out there ignores. So this red dot, this is your crossroads right here, right now. You're standing at the inflection point. What does this mean for you? The time, money, energy that you've already invested into this journey, it's not enough. You've already seen the scale creeping back up, and it's not going to stop unless you make a change. The road you're on right now leads right back to where you started, feeling defeated, embarrassed, and frustrated. That after everything you've been through, you physically amputated your body and you still couldn't keep the weight off. So you have a choice. You can be the 76%, the people who fall back into old habits, who feel like they failed after everything they've sacrificed, or you can be a part of the 24% who keep the weight off for good, the 24% who break free from the cycle of regain, who maintain their confidence, and who never have to worry about going backward again. The fear of staying stuck, regaining weight, and losing your health should be far greater than the fear of trying something new. Because think about it. If you don't take action now, where will you be in a year? 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years. Still watching the scale climb, feeling more and more out of control, and regretting that you didn't make a change when you had the chance. This is your defining moment. Do you want to be part of the 76% that failed, or the 24% who took control and finally succeeded? That's why I created the FLOURISH Method. It's not just about what you eat. It's about how you think, how you feel, and how you live. It's about tackling the real reasons why the weight comes back and giving you the tools to keep it off for good that no one else is giving you. All right? This is not another diet. It's not a diet at all. It's a complete transformation starting from the inside out. It's how you go from being just another statistic to becoming the success story that you deserve to be. So let me now introduce you to the system that's going to help you break the cycle of weight regain and keep it off for good. It's not like anything you've tried before. I've developed this framework for my own struggles because I needed something more than just another plan, more than advice about protein goals and exercise routines. I needed something that would change me from the inside out. And after my dad passed away, like I said earlier, I regained 15 pounds in just a matter of weeks. It was terrifying. Like I was losing control all over again. I didn't think it was possible. I felt defeated, like I'd failed myself and everyone who believed in me. And that's when I realized my surgery had changed my body, but it hadn't changed my mind, and I needed a new approach. And that's how the FLOURISH Method was born. And it's what helped me lose those 15 pounds in 30 days and kept them off. So here's what it's all about. F is for fuel with nutrition. It's not about cutting calories to the bone or starving yourself. Please do not do that. It's about fueling your body with the right nutrients it needs after surgery. And I found that when I started focusing on balanced, satisfying meals with high quality protein, fiber-rich veggies, and healthy fats, I could finally eat without feeling deprived. No more feeling like you're on a diet. Instead, it's about knowing exactly what your body needs to thrive and how to make that a part of your life forever. L is for live hydrated. You'd be surprised how many people overlook this one, but proper hydration is a game changer. And it's not just about drinking water. It's about understanding how hydration affects your hunger, your energy levels, and your ability to keep the weight off. When I started focusing on staying properly hydrated, cravings between meals disappeared. My energy came back. It's a small change that makes a huge difference. O, overcome emotional challenges. This is a game changer. Emotional eating was my crutch, and food was how I dealt with stress, loneliness, and grief. The FLOURISH Method helped me dig deep into why I turned to food when things got tough, and it gave me the tools, strategies, frameworks, real actionable things that you can't get from talk therapy to change that. We tackle emotional eating and food addiction, binge eating head on. So food is no longer a comfort, but simply a way to fuel your body. You're going to learn how to build resilience so life's challenges don't knock you off track anymore. You utilize support systems. You cannot do this alone. Trust me, I tried. And you know what it feels like to struggle in silence, thinking you need just a little bit more willpower. Real change comes when you have someone in your corner, a cheerleader, but someone that's going to be on top of your booty in a nice way, but in the way that you need them. That's why the Flourish Method includes ongoing accountability and guidance. I'll be there with you every step of the way, helping you stay on track and adjust your plan when life throws those inevitable curveballs. You don't have to navigate this alone anymore. Our regular exercise. No, please do not spend hours in the gym. Okay, regular movement should fit into your life in a way that doesn't feel overwhelming. And for me, it was about finding exercises that I actually enjoyed, things that made me feel strong and capable without adding stress to my day. I inspire with goals. This is about building a life that you're excited about, not just losing weight. We're going to set clear, meaningful goals that go beyond the number on the scale. And for me, it was about reclaiming my confidence, feeling proud of my body, and being able to fully show up in my life again. You deserve to feel that way too. And we'll create goals that keep you motivated every step of the way. S, sustained success. And this is where so many other programs fall short. They get you short-term results with meal plans and, exercise plans, but leave you stranded when it comes to keeping those results. The Flourish Method is designed for the long haul. We focus on building habits that last so that you don't have to live in fear of slipping back into old patterns. You're going to learn how to sustain your success without feeling like you're constantly battling yourself. H, healthy mindset. Without the right mindset, none of the other pieces matter. And I had to learn how to believe in myself again, to trust that I could, in fact, keep the weight off. That's why the Flourish Method puts such a big emphasis on mindset. It is the most important part of your entire journey. And we'll work together to build a mental framework that supports your goals, helps you push through tough times, and lets you enjoy your success without second guessing yourself. It's about becoming the woman who knows that she can do this and will do this. This isn't just another framework, another plan. It's the complete blueprint for keeping the weight off, building confidence, and living the life that you deserve. And this is what got me through my toughest moments. And it's helped me and dozens of other women create a life where we're not just surviving, we're thriving. And now I'm here to help you do the same. So let's dive deeper into a few critical points, because these are all the areas where other programs fail and where the Flourish Method makes all the difference. So now let's look at the path that's going to truly work for you, okay? Most programs only skim the surface. They offer short-term fixes without addressing the deeper reasons why people regain weight. This is different because we're tackling the root causes. This is how you stop the cycle, okay? First off, I want to focus on fuel with nutrition. Sustainable eating that fits your new life. This is about building a life, not just slapping something onto what you're already doing, okay? Nutrition is the cornerstone of maintaining your weight loss after surgery, but it's not about just another diet. Your body has changed and you need to change accordingly. You need to fuel it properly and not starve it. Most people fail because they think the same old diet advice will work after surgery, but that's not how your body works anymore. Your body's different. You physically amputated it. I learned this the hard way. And when I found myself gaining weight, I knew I couldn't go back to crash diets or extreme calorie cuts. That's why I got my certification and revamped my entire approach to nutrition. I learned from professionals, educated myself. I realized that I had to lose, in order to lose this 15 pounds in 30 days, I needed to focus on nourishing my body, not depriving it. I shifted to a sustainable, customized nutrition plan that aligned with my unique needs after surgery. With the Flourish Method, you get that same kind of plan. A sustainable approach that's all about balance. This is not about cutting out carbs or following extreme calorie restrictions. Please do not do that. It's about learning how to balance your meals so that you eat enough to feel satisfied. You eat enough to eliminate cravings, eliminate emotional eating, not need a snack, not need to graze. Imagine that. Imagine that. I stopped obsessing over every calorie and started focusing on quality, high quality protein, fiber-rich veggies, and healthy fats. These are the nutrients that kept me full, energized, and on track, and that's what's going to help you do the same. I learned that when you give your body the right fuel, everything changes. You'll know exactly what your body needs to function optimally so that you can maintain your weight loss without feeling deprived. And because your plan's tailored to you, it's something that you can stick with for life. No more yo-yo dieting, no more frustration over what to eat. You'll have the confidence to make the right food choices effortlessly, just like I did. No more guessing, no more stressing over every morsel on your plate. You're going to be eating food that nourishes you, not food that makes you feel like you're punishing yourself because I don't want to eat chicken and broccoli for the rest of my life. That's what lasting success looks like. That's how I lost those 15 pounds in 30 days and kept them off. Let's talk about overcoming emotional challenges. Ooh, this is a tough one. Building emotional resilience for life. Emotional eating is the number one reason why people regain weight after surgery, yet most programs, 95% of programs, ignore it completely. Surgery might control your physical hunger for a little bit, but it can't touch your emotional hunger, your head hunger up here. Sure, you could take a GLP-1, but you just had surgery. Do you want to inject yourself with something? I don't. Stress, loneliness, sadness, those feelings don't disappear after surgery. And without the right tools, you're going to find yourself turning back to food just like before. And I've been there and I know how that feels. After my surgery, I thought I had it all under control. But when my father passed away, all those old habits came rushing back, and I found myself reaching for food to numb the pain, just like I did before the surgery. It felt like I was failing all over again. I couldn't understand why. My stomach had changed, but my heart, my mind, they were hurting tremendously. I realized I didn't need more willpower. It wasn't going to do me any good. I needed the right tools, strategies, knowledge, and frameworks to face my emotions without turning to food, and talk therapy wasn't going to help. That's why I created the Flourish Method. It's not about telling you to eat less or exercise more. It's about equipping you with the exact tools, trainings, frameworks that you need to finally control and break free from emotional eating. It's not about stopping it. It's about controlling it. With this method, you're going to get more than just advice. You're going to get a complete system that guides you through identifying and managing your emotional triggers. You're going to understand why and when your emotions hit, why you're reaching for food, and how to put a stop to it once and for all. But we don't just stop at understanding. You're going to get step-by-step frameworks to replace those old habits and build new, healthier ones, because habits are a key pillar. You're going to work on setting boundaries, finding real ways to cope with emotions, and building routines that keep you steady when life gets tough. These are the same methods that helped me lose 15 pounds in 30 days, and not because I deprived myself, but because I finally had a system that addressed the deep emotional battles that kept dragging me back. You're not going to feel lost or alone. You're going to have a proven path to follow with all the support and guidance that you need to stay on track. And this is how you build real emotional resilience. So when life inevitably throws you those curveballs, you'll know how to handle them without slipping back into old patterns. You're going to have the confidence to face those tough days without needing to turn to food for comfort. Imagine how it would feel to finally break free from the grip of emotional eating, to wake up knowing that no matter what happens today, you have the strength and the plan to stay in control, to no longer feel like food is your only way to cope. Wouldn't that be absolutely amazing? With the Flourish Method, that's what you get. All the tools you need to overcome those struggles that every other program your doctor or dietitian ignores. This is the way to reclaim your life, your health, your future for good. Let's talk about accountability. This is the difference between success and failure. So many people try to do this alone. They think they can just rely on willpower, that knowing what to eat and how to move will be enough. And I thought the same thing. I believe that if I pushed through, I'd stay on track, but then life got tough. And it became clear that that wasn't enough. It's so easy to slip back into old habits when you're trying to do everything on your own. And I remember those days when I was struggling to keep the weight off after surgery. I had no one checking in on me, no one to lean on when I felt like giving up. I tell myself I get back on track tomorrow, but then tomorrow didn't come. The weight crept back along with that familiar sense of failure, and I realized I needed more than just a plan. I needed someone in my corner, holding me accountable, and a system that kept me going, even when my motivation faded. That's why I built accountability right into the heart of the Flourish Method. And it's not just about giving you a plan and wishing you good luck, break a leg. Yeah, no, it's about walking beside you through every step of this journey. You're never going to have to wonder if you're doing the right things right, or feel like you're alone in this. You'll have a support system that's there for you, making sure that you don't fall back into the old patterns that once held you down. You're going to get personalized check-ins where we dig into what's working, what's not, and how we can tweak things together to keep you moving forward. You're never going to feel like you're stumbling in the dark. And this isn't just about staying focused for a few weeks. It's about keeping that long-term focus, even when things get tough. It's about being there for you when you need it most, guiding you back on track before things spiral. It's the long-term mindset, because weight loss isn't just a sprint, it's a marathon. The real work starts after the excitement fades, and that's when you need someone in your corner, reminding you of your why, helping you push through those moments when you want to give up. That's what the FLOURISH Method offers: consistent guidance and accountability that you need to keep building those healthy habits day in and day out. Think about what it would be like to have someone that truly gets it, unlike your partner, your kids, your parents, your friends, your family. They don't get it. Someone that's been where you are and knows how hard it is, standing beside you, cheering you on, making sure that you stay on track. Imagine how powerful it'd be to know that even on the hardest days, you're never doing this alone. That's the difference between staying stuck in the cycle of regain and finally breaking free. You're getting the tools, the support, and the encouragement to finally stay consistent and to learn how to keep yourself accountable on your own. Let's get brutally real. The cost of staying stuck, of doing nothing, far outweighs the fear of trying something new. Every day that you hesitate, you're losing time. Time you'll never get back. Time that you could turn back into this girl who was so depressed, so sad. Your health's slipping away and your confidence fades with every glance in the mirror, and every pound that you gain isn't just weight, it's a reminder that the path you're on is failing you. I know this feeling all too well. I thought I had it under control, but when the weight started coming back, dread settled in, and waking up, I would feel that pit in my stomach, terrified of what the scale would show. The fear of losing progress, of disappointing myself, and everyone who supported me was crushing. But that fear also made me take a hard look in the mirror and say, enough is enough. Let's plant a white flag in the sand today. You've seen the stats. 76% of people regain weight after bariatric surgery. And that's not just a number. It is a warning, a flashing red warning. It's the shame, the heartbreak of feeling like you're slipping backward. But I refused to be a part of that statistic. And that's when I committed to the FLOURISH Method, losing 15 pounds in 30 days. And it wasn't easy. There were battles with my mind, but the alternative, staying stuck, going back to where I used to be, 300 pounds, that was even harder. And it doesn't just stop there. Obesity doesn't just rob you of joy, it drains your wallet too. Thousands of dollars go to doctor's visits, medications, treatments for diabetes and heart disease. Studies show that living with obesity can cost you an extra $1,500 to $4,500 annually, almost $5,000 per year. This adds up to $30,000 to $50,000 over a lifetime. Money that you could have spent living, taking a trip to Europe, gallivanting all over Europe for 6 months, not just surviving. But the cruelest part is time. Obesity steals 10 years of your life, an entire decade gone. 10 years of memories, of watching your grandchildren grow, of waking up free and energized, traveling the world. Instead, every day you stay stuck brings you closer to a future where even simple joys feel out of reach. And I felt that weight on my body and my heart. It drove me to take action to make sure that I wouldn't look back with regret, knowing I could have changed my story, but I didn't. Is that what you want? To let fear keep you on a path that robs you of your health, your freedom, your future, your time with your loved ones? To look back with regret, knowing that you could have changed your story? There comes a moment where you have to decide when the fear of staying the same is greater than the fear of trying again. This is that moment. The time to act is now, because the cost becomes too great. You deserve more than just making it through each day. You deserve to live freely, fully, with a heart that feels as light as you know it can be. I've been where you are, and I know the way out. When you follow the Flourish Method, you're not just learning another way to lose weight. You're learning how to keep it off for the rest of your life. Each pillar is meticulously crafted to address the exact reasons why bariatric patients struggle after surgery. This is where other programs leave you stranded, but Flourish fills in every single gap, making sure that you do not become part of the 76%. Imagine fueling your body with nutrition that's not cookie cutter diet, but something that truly is made for you. Don't feel deprived, no more cravings. Instead, eat in a way that leaves you feeling satisfied, strong, and in control. Build emotional resilience that's been missing for your entire life. No more turning to food when stress hits or emotions overwhelm you. Imagine what it would be like to face those tough moments and not find yourself reaching for a snack. With Flourish, food no longer holds power over you. You'll take back that control, and guilt and self-sabotage that used to weigh you down. Gone. But here's the real game changer. You won't be doing this alone. For once. Flourish gives you the support that you need every step of the way, with personalized check-ins, adjustments to your plan, and someone, me, who's got your back when life throws you curveballs. You're never going to have to face those tough days wondering if you're doing it right, because you'll have a guide and a partner to keep you focused and moving forward. This is how you break free from the 76% who regain weight after surgery. This is how you join the 24% who keep it off for good. It's how you wake up every day with the confidence that you're in control of your body, your mind, and your future. That's what real transformation looks like. True freedom, peace of mind, and a life that you're finally living on your terms. Think about the freedom. No more cycles of gain and loss, no more self-doubt. You walk into a party, a social event with confidence, knowing you look and feel good. You're living the life you deserve, not hiding away in baggy clothes that are all black. I remember avoiding leaving my apartment, any social gatherings, not wanting to face the looks or the judgment, but now I walk into any room with my head held high, and so do my clients. They aren't hiding anymore. They're living, thriving, and feeling proud of exactly who they are. Imagine your clothes fitting, your energy is up, and your confidence is back. You look in the mirror and love what you see, knowing your health is in check. You finally see the version of yourself that you always knew was there, and you're not afraid of slipping back. This isn't just my story. This is the story of every woman I've seen transform through the Flourish Method. Years from now, you're still thriving, maintaining your progress without anxiety or guilt. You have a system that works for you, giving you peace of mind and focus on what truly matters, your career, your relationships, your happiness. I've seen clients who once doubted they'd ever feel this way now, building the life they dreamed of, free from the weight, both physical and emotional, that held them back. This is the future that's waiting for you, if you choose to take action now. No more wishing for change, no more feeling like you're stuck in a cycle you can't break. It's time to flourish. This isn't complicated or extreme. It's simple, it's repeatable, and it seamlessly fits into your life. No more diets ever again, okay? No more guessing what to eat or fearing the scale. Instead, you're in control. This isn't about stopping weight regain. It's about transforming your relationship with food and your body for good. No more temporary fixes. This is the lifelong solution that surgery you thought it was going to be, but it wasn't. It wasn't. And yes, change was scary, all right? But staying where you are, overweight, obese, that's scarier. Because if you don't take action, 6 months from now, you could be further from your goal, gaining more weight. In fact, you probably will. There's a 99% chance. Struggling even more. The Flourish Method is your opportunity to finally take control of your weight and your health. And I know what you're probably thinking, this sounds great, but I've tried so many things and none of them worked, so why would this be any different? It's understandable to feel cautious. But let me tell you why it's different, all right? And why it's not another failed attempt, okay? You might be thinking I've failed before, or maybe I don't have what it takes. Here's the truth. It's not about willpower. Okay? Willpower fades, comes and goes, but the right systems, habits, and emotional support do not. If you've been trying to do this on your own, no wonder you're failing. The Flourish Method gives you a framework designed to support you even when motivation runs low. It tackles the real reasons behind why you struggle in the first place. So you're not relying on sheer willpower to stay on track. You won't have to. This method makes it feel consistent and natural, not forced. Maybe you worry about the cost. Investing in another program. I spent thousands of dollars on surgery. What if it doesn't work? Is that more money wasted? Think about the real cost of staying on the path that you're on right now. Obesity can cost you $3,000 to $7,000 each year in doctor visits, medication, treatments. Think about the fact you have to buy new clothes when you gain weight. You're going to eat more food. Over a decade, that's just $30,000 to $70,000 spent on avoidable health issues. Just a decade. And it's not just about the money. Obesity can take 10 years off your life. What's 10 years worth to you? Investing in yourself now is far less costly than throwing money at temporary fixes that leave you right back where you started. Look, you're going to spend the money. Would you rather just buy time or waste time? You also might be thinking, I don't have time. I'm so busy. I don't have the time, blah, blah. Yeah, I get it. Life's busy. That's the whole point of this, is like, this is not a restrictive diet or anything time consuming. You got to find balance. That's what works. The steps are simple, sustainable, and designed to fit into even the busiest of schedules. This is not about doing more. It's actually about doing less and doing what actually works. What if I'm different? What if nothing will work for me? You probably are someone just like me who's tried dozens of plans, diets, workouts, but none of them ever address the full picture. Especially your brain, the emotional, mental side of things. The Flourish Method is different because it tackles every reason why people regain weight. After bariatric surgery, emotional eating, lack of accountability, no real strategy for long-term success. You have not tried this before. You haven't. This method has helped dozens of women in the same situation as you to finally take control and stop the cycle for good. But what if it's too hard? I know you might be afraid that making these changes will feel overwhelming or too difficult. Good. The truth is, the hardest part is staying stuck where you are, feeling frustrated, regaining the weight, and losing confidence. This method is designed to make things easier, not harder. And with the right support, tools, and a clear system, you're going to find that staying on track feels natural and manageable. You won't be doing this alone, and that's what makes all the difference. Let's get brutally honest. All right? If we haven't been yet, now's the time. Right now, you're standing at a crossroads. Two paths stretched out before you. And the decision you make today will define your future. You've already seen the statistics. We've talked about it at length. 76% of people regain the weight after surgery. It's a harsh reality. Most people don't just lose control. They lose themselves in the process, but it doesn't have to be you. Path A, the red path, 76%, is the path that you've been walking on for far too long. It's familiar, but it's filled with disappointment, shame, and broken promises. You'll keep telling yourself, I'll figure it out on my own, or maybe I just need more willpower. But deep down, you already know how this story ends. The weight will just keep creeping back on, pound by pound, week by week. Every morning you'll wake up dreading the number on the scale, feeling your clothes tighten, and watching your confidence slip through your fingers. Do you want that? Do you want your children to watch that? Do you want your grandchildren to watch that? Think about the model you're setting for them. Because you're going to be avoiding mirrors, skipping social events, family gatherings, and hear that nagging voice in your head for the rest of your life telling you failed again. And it's not going to stop there. Your health's going to deteriorate. Your energy will drain. Your joints will ache, as they once did. And you'll find yourself gasping for air, just taking your dog on a walk and doing the things that you once loved. The emotional toll will crush you. You'll You'll feel trapped in a body that no longer feels like your own, wondering, how did I let this happen? How did I end up here again? If you choose this path, the red path, you're choosing to be another statistic. One of the 76%, just another person who failed bariatric surgery, who lost control, who gave up. Let me ask you, is that the future you want? To be haunted by failure, defined by your struggle, and trapped in a body that doesn't reflect who you truly are, who you know you are inside here. Then there's path B, the green path. A different road, one that's waiting for you to take it. This is the path of taking back control, the path where you finally say enough to the endless cycle of weight regain, guilt, and shame. You wake up every day, feel proud of yourself, of your body, of your choices. No more fear, no more frustration, just a sense of peace and confidence because you know with every fiber of your being that you're in control. You step on the scale and instead of feeling dread, you feel empowered. Number isn't climbing anymore. It's steady, it's stable, and you're no longer chasing after it. You can slip into clothes that fit perfectly, no longer tugging or adjusting them because they feel and fit just as they should. When you look in the mirror, you don't flinch or avoid your reflection. You see strength, beauty, and pride. You've become the woman you always knew you could be. No more hiding, no more shrinking yourself out of fear or shame. You'll walk into rooms with confidence, engage with people without the weight of insecurity pulling you down, and your health is no longer a ticking time bomb. You're off the blood pressure meds, off the diabetes meds. You're vibrant, energized, and in control of your future. And beyond the physical, you'll have peace of mind. No more wondering, will I regain the weight? Will I slip back into old habits? Because with the FLOURISH Method, you'll have a system in place that ensures you'll never go back to where you started. This is freedom. Freedom from emotional eating, food addiction, from self-doubt, from the fear of losing yourself again. And the best part, you're not going to be doing this alone. With path B, the 24%, you'll have me in your corner every step of the way. And I think I'm pretty great. So do my clients. You'll have the FLOURISH Method, a system that's designed specifically for women just like you who have undergone bariatric surgery and refuse to become part of the 76%. You'll have support, accountability, and a plan that doesn't just work, it changes everything. So I want you to ask yourself, are you ready to become part of the 24% who actually keep the weight off for good? Are you ready to stop feeling like a victim and your own worst enemy and become your biggest advocate? Here's what you need to do. Click the link below in the description and book a call with me. Let's talk about where you are, what's holding you back, and how the FLOURISH Method will help you break free. This is your moment, the moment where you decide whether to keep letting life happen to you or to take control and rewrite your story, because you've worked too hard to live a life that's not defined by struggle. You deserve to be in control, but that can only happen if you choose path B. You choose to take action, invest in yourself, which can be scary, and you refuse to let weight regain steal another day of your life. Click the link, book the call. Let's make sure you never have to walk that painful road again. Okay,